Hi, Mia. How was your weekend?
Hi, Alex. It was very nice. I feel relaxed. How about you?
It was good too. I didn't work, so I had free time.
That's great. What time did you wake up on Saturday?
I woke up at 9 a.m. I usually wake up late on weekends.
Me too. On weekdays, I wake up early, but on weekends, I sleep more.
Yes, it feels so good to sleep longer.
What did you do after you woke up?
First, I made coffee, then I had breakfast.
What did you eat?
I had eggs and bread, and of course, coffee.
Nice. I had pancakes and tea.
Wow, pancakes. That sounds delicious.
Yes, I like making pancakes on weekends.
After breakfast, what did you do?
I cleaned my apartment. Not very fun, but important.
I understand. I cleaned my room too.
Did you go outside?
Yes, in the afternoon I met a friend. We walked in the park.
That's nice. Was the weather good?
Yes, it was sunny and warm.
Perfect weekend weather.
What about you? Did you go out?
Yes, I went to a cafe with my sister.
What did you drink?
I drank iced coffee. It was very good.
Sounds relaxing.
Yes, we talked and laughed a lot.
That's the best part of weekends. Time with friends and family.
I agree. On Sunday, I stayed home and watched a movie.
Oh, nice. I watched a movie too.
What kind of movie?
A comedy. It was very funny.
That's great. I like comedies too.
Did you prepare for the week?
Yes, on Sunday evening, I prepared my clothes and my bag for Monday.
Good idea. I usually do that too.
It helps Monday feel easier.
Yes, Mondays are not my favorite.
Same here.
So, your weekend was relaxing and productive.
Yes, and fun too.
That's perfect. What do you usually do on weekends?
Do you sleep late or wake up early?
Do you stay home or go outside? Tell us about your weekend routine.
See you next time.
Bye.
Hi, Jessica. How was your weekend?
Hi, Kevin. It was really nice. I finally had time to relax. What about you?
Mine was good too. I didn't have to work, so I enjoyed my free time.
That's great. What time did you wake up on Saturday?
I woke up around 8:30 a.m. That's late for me. During the week, I wake up at 6:30.
Oh, wow. That's early. I woke up at 9 on Saturday. I love sleeping a little longer on weekends.
Me too. It helps me feel fresh and ready for the day.
What did you do after you got up?
First, I opened the window and got some fresh air. Then I made coffee and prepared breakfast.
That sounds peaceful. What did you have for breakfast?
I made scrambled eggs with toast. I also had orange juice.
Nice. I made pancakes with honey and fruit. It took some time, but it was worth it.
That sounds delicious. I usually cook simple food, but maybe I should try pancakes next time.
You should. They're easy and fun to make.
After breakfast, I cleaned my apartment. I vacuumed the floor and washed the dishes.
I did housework too. I washed my clothes and organized my desk.
Cleaning isn't fun, but it feels good when everything is tidy.
Exactly. After cleaning, I felt very productive.
Did you go out later?
Yes, in the afternoon, I met my sister at a cafe. We talked for almost 2 hours.
That sounds lovely. What did you talk about?
We talked about work, family, and our plans for summer.
Nice. I met a friend in the park. We walked for about an hour because the weather was sunny and warm.
Perfect weather for a walk.
Yes, it was very relaxing. On Sunday, I stayed home most of the day.
What did you do at home?
I watched a movie in the afternoon and cooked dinner in the evening.
What did you cook?
I made pasta with vegetables. It was simple but tasty.
Sounds good. On Sunday, I read a book for a while and then prepared for the week.
How did you prepare?
I chose my clothes for Monday, packed my bag, and made a to-do list.
That's very organized. I should start doing that.
It really helps. Monday mornings feel less stressful.
You're right. Weekends are important to rest and prepare for the new week.
Yes, balance is important. Relax, but also be ready.
So that was our weekend.
What about you? What do you usually do on weekends?
Do you spend time with family or friends?
Do you prefer staying home or going out?
Tell us about your weekend routine.
See you next time.
Bye.
Hey, Mary. How was your weekend?
Hi, Simon. It was really good, actually. I tried to balance rest and productivity. What about you?
Pretty much the same. I didn't have any major plans, but I stayed busy. I think that's my ideal weekend. Relaxed, but not boring.
I agree. So what did you do on Saturday morning?
I woke up around 8 a.m., which is later than usual for me. During the week, I wake up at 6:30, so it felt nice to sleep in a bit. After that, I made myself a big breakfast.
Oh, nice. What did you make?
I cooked scrambled eggs, toast, and made fresh coffee. I also cut up some fruit. I like taking my time with breakfast on weekends.
That sounds perfect. I did something similar. I made pancakes and listened to music while cooking. It made the morning feel calm and enjoyable.
That's a great way to start the day. Did you do anything productive afterward?
Yes, I cleaned my apartment and did laundry. It wasn't exciting, but it felt good to finish all my chores early.
Same here. I cleaned my kitchen and organized my closet. I've been meaning to do that for weeks.
It's such a good feeling when everything is organized.
Definitely. In the afternoon, I met a friend for a walk in the park. The weather was beautiful, so we stayed outside for almost 2 hours.
That sounds lovely. I met my sister at a cafe. We talked about our future plans and even planned a short trip together.
Oh, really? That's exciting. Where are you thinking of going?
Maybe somewhere near the beach. We just want a short, relaxing vacation.
That sounds like a great idea. What about Sunday? Did you take it easy?
Yes, mostly. I watched a movie in the afternoon and cooked dinner in the evening. I also prepared my things for Monday so I wouldn't feel stressed in the morning.
That's smart. I usually prepare my clothes and make a to-do list for the week. It helps me feel more organized.
I should start doing that regularly. Mondays always feel easier when I'm prepared.
Exactly. I think weekends are not just for fun, but also for resetting and getting ready for the week ahead.
I completely agree. A good weekend makes a big difference.
So that was our weekend. What about you? How do you usually spend your weekends?
Do you prefer relaxing at home or going out with friends? Let us know. We'd love to hear about your routine.
Hi, Amy. How did your weekend go?
Hi, Sam. It was exactly what I needed. I managed to rest, but I also got a lot done. What about you?
Pretty productive, actually. I didn't schedule anything specific, but somehow the days filled up quickly.
That always happens. Did you wake up early or did you allow yourself to sleep in?
I allowed myself to sleep in until about 8:30. During the week, my alarm goes off at 6:30, so the extra 2 hours made a huge difference.
I can imagine. Sleep really affects your energy levels. I also woke up later than usual and started the day slowly with coffee and a book.
That sounds peaceful. I made a proper breakfast. Eggs, avocado toast, fresh juice, and just enjoyed a quiet morning without rushing.
Weekend mornings feel completely different from weekday mornings. There's no pressure.
Exactly. Later in the morning, I decided to deep clean my apartment. I vacuumed, dusted, and even reorganized some shelves.
That must have taken a while.
It did, but it was worth it. I feel much more comfortable in a clean space.
I understand that. I use Saturday to catch up on errands, grocery shopping, laundry, and replying to emails I had ignored during the week.
That's very responsible of you.
Well, I try. In the afternoon, I met a close friend for coffee. We ended up talking for hours about work, relationships, and future goals.
Those conversations are the best, meaningful and honest.
Absolutely. What did you do socially?
I went for a long walk in the park with a friend. We needed some fresh air and a break from screens. It felt refreshing.
That sounds healthy. I think we all need more offline time.
I agree. On Sunday, I kept things slower. I watched a documentary, cooked a proper dinner, and planned my week ahead.
Planning makes such a difference. I reviewed my calendar and set a few small goals for the week.
That's smart. I've realized that when I plan ahead, I feel less anxious on Monday morning.
Exactly. Weekends aren't just for entertainment, they're also a chance to reset mentally and physically.
Well said. It's about balance, rest, productivity, and connection.
So that was our weekend routine.
So now we're curious, what does your ideal weekend look like?
Do you focus more on relaxing, socializing, or getting things done?
Share your weekend habits with us.
We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, Ashley. How was your weekend? Did you manage to disconnect a bit?
Hi, Todd. Yes, I actually did. I made a conscious effort to slow down and be more present. It's been a busy few weeks, so I needed that reset. How about you?
Pretty much the same. I didn't plan anything major, but I tried to structure my time intentionally, a mix of rest, productivity, and social time.
That balance is so important. How did your Saturday start?
I woke up naturally around 8:30 without an alarm. That alone felt luxurious. I made coffee and spent about half an hour just sitting by the window, thinking and easing into the day.
That sounds peaceful. I often rush through weekday mornings, so on weekends, I try to create a slower rhythm. I made a proper breakfast, not just something quick, and listened to a podcast while cooking.
It's interesting how small rituals can completely change the atmosphere of the day.
Exactly. Later in the morning, I tackled a few household tasks I'd been postponing. Nothing dramatic, just organizing shelves, clearing out old papers, but it felt mentally refreshing.
I can relate. I did a deep clean of my apartment. It took a couple of hours, but afterward the space felt lighter. It's amazing how physical order affects mental clarity.
Absolutely. In the afternoon, I met a friend I hadn't seen in months. We ended up having one of those long, meaningful conversations about career changes and long-term goals.
Those conversations tend to put things into perspective. Did it leave you feeling motivated?
Yes, actually. It reminded me to think more intentionally about my next steps instead of just reacting to daily pressures.
That's valuable. I spent my afternoon outdoors, a long walk in the park. I've realized that stepping away from screens helps me reflect more clearly.
Fresh air does wonders. And Sunday?
Sunday was slower. I watched a documentary in the morning and then spent some time planning the week ahead, reviewing deadlines, setting priorities, that kind of thing.
I did something similar. I reviewed my calendar and identified 3 key goals for the week. I've learned that setting realistic expectations reduces stress significantly.
That's true. Weekends, for me, are not just a break from work, they're a strategic pause, a chance to realign.
I like that. A strategic pause. That's exactly what they should be.
So, overall, would you say your weekend was restorative?
Definitely. Restorative and grounding. I feel more centered going into the new week.
Same here. It's amazing how intentional rest can improve productivity.
It really is. So now we're curious. What does a fulfilling weekend look like for you? Do you prefer spontaneous plans or do you structure your free time carefully? Let us know how you recharge and reset.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Kelly. I've been looking forward to asking, how did you spend your weekend? Productively, indulgently, or somewhere in between?
A bit of both, actually. I've come to appreciate weekends as more than just time off. They're an opportunity to recalibrate mentally, emotionally, even physically. And you?
I feel the same. I've stopped viewing weekends as an escape from work and started seeing them as an investment in the week ahead.
That's a powerful shift in mindset. How did you approach Saturday?
I deliberately avoided setting an alarm. Waking up naturally felt symbolic, a small act of reclaiming control over my time. I eased into the morning with coffee and journaling.
Journaling? That's interesting.
Yes, just reflecting on the past week, what worked, what didn't, and what I want to adjust moving forward. It helps me process things rather than carry them unconsciously into the next week.
That level of self-reflection is rare, but incredibly valuable. I did something similar, though less structured. I prepared a slow breakfast and allowed myself to simply exist without multitasking.
In today's world, that almost feels radical.
It does, doesn't it? Later, I addressed a few neglected tasks, organizing digital files, responding to long overdue messages. Clearing those minor burdens felt surprisingly liberating.
It's fascinating how small, unresolved tasks can occupy mental space disproportionate to their importance.
Exactly. Once they're handled, there's a noticeable sense of lightness.
In the afternoon, I met a close friend. Our conversation evolved into a deep discussion about long-term ambitions and the subtle pressure to constantly achieve.
Those conversations can be both comforting and confronting.
True, they force you to articulate thoughts you might otherwise ignore.
On Sunday, I consciously slowed the pace. I avoided social media, read for several hours, and took a long walk without headphones, just observing my surroundings.
That sounds almost meditative.
It was. I realized how rarely we allow ourselves to experience silence without filling it.
I spent part of Sunday planning strategically, mapping out priorities, but also blocking time for rest. I've learned that if rest isn't scheduled, it doesn't happen.
That's a profound insight. We often schedule obligations but treat rest as optional.
Exactly. And then we wonder why burnout creeps in.
So, would you say your weekend achieved what you needed?
Yes, it wasn't dramatic or extravagant, but it was intentional, and that made all the difference.
I feel the same. A meaningful weekend doesn't have to be eventful, it just has to be aligned with your needs.
Well put. So now we'll turn it outward.
How do you define a truly restorative weekend?
Do you prioritize reflection, connection, productivity, or pure rest?
And more importantly, are your weekends aligned with the life you're trying to build?